My name is Jeff from Zonex Systems, and we're working closely with distributors around the country to provide a simple, low-cost solution to upgrading or replacing older VVT Gen 1 or Gen 2 systems. If your customers are living with and you're suffering with old, obsolete, out-of-date, or broken Parker or VVT Gen 1 or Gen 2 systems, we can provide a solution, and you won't even have to pull out or replace the dampers. If your customer's VVT system has seen better days, you can bring it back to life. If your system is no longer providing the comfort and control your customer needs, we have a solution. Contractors tell us they can't find parts to upgrade or replace old VVT systems. In many cases, they scavenge your parts from old jobs. Here's an example of contractors nursing their jobs and even selling VVT parts on eBay. Here he's talking about Parker Gen 2 parts are becoming scarce. You already know that. You can't find parts. On eBay, once in a while you can buy parts. Here's an ad to buy a monitor stat and a slave stat and a few other components for $1,225, but you don't even get a warranty. If you're tired of paying big dollars for old parts, we have a solution. And if you can find the old parts, in many cases you can't find the troubleshooting guides or the manuals to install or replace the system. Give your customers a break, upgrade their systems, and give them the control and comfort they've lost. Did you ask yourself these following questions? How do I upgrade my customer's VVT system? My customer doesn't have a lot of money for this job. Sound familiar? I need a system that's easy for my people to install. Where do I go? What do I do? Well, you can update your Gen 1 or Gen 2 systems fast and easily with the Zonex Gen 2. You can upgrade your old VVT system and eliminate the problems for your customer. With the Gen 2 system, you'll replace the monitor stat. With the Zonex Gen 2 controller, you'll replace the slave stats with the Zonex mod stat. Don't pull the dampers. Don't buy new dampers. Use the dampers that are on the job. Simply replace the motor with the Zonex Belimo actuator mounted on the half-inch shaft, and you're in business. We can utilize the existing wiring from the existing slave stats to the damper. Don't forget the bypass. Just add an actuator, and the bypass will modulate and operate independently with the addition of a static pressure control. Gen 2 is very easy to wire. You simply pull 24 volts of power and an unshielded twisted pair from thermostat to thermostat. Did I mention the Zonex dampers are all powered with only one 40 VA transformer? The 40 VA transformer will power all 17 fully modulating dampers in the system. Each actuator draws less than 2 VA, and all the power is daisy chained from thermostat to thermostat to thermostat. The Zonex Gen 2 controller will support 17 fully modulating zones. If your system has more than 17 dampers, other contractors have simply slaved a few dampers off a stat to accommodate the larger system. It's an easy retrofit. A leaving air temperature controller is included with the Gen 2 system, and two 18-gauge thermostat wires are landed on the S&S terminals on the Gen 2 controller. Here we monitor the discharge air temperature, and we protect the equipment and stage the system. We would ask that you upgrade the old communications bus with a new unshielded twisted pair. We use a Belden 8740. Your distributor will provide you with this with the Zonex system. Shielded and plenum rated is also available. Just ask. The Gen 2 system is feature-rich, providing the contractor with the ability to tailor the system to your specific application. This is a vote-based auto changeover system. and you can easily prioritize each thermostat, giving them 1, 2, or 3 votes right from the Gen 2 controller. You can lock all thermostats from the controller. You can automatically open all dampers for your air balance right from the controller. And right from the controller, you can push a button to set a default heating and cooling set point, both occupied and unoccupied, on every thermostat in the system, again, without running around the building. If we can save you time on installation, if we can significantly shorten the wiring time, we save you money, we get you off the job sooner. One of the things contractors really like about the Gen 2 system and upgrading old VVT with it is that it has a startup diagnostic that will lead you to any wiring errors in the system in a matter of seconds. If you have an old, obsolete system, your customer will be thrilled with the upgrade, cost, and the system performance you've provided. If your customer wants to upgrade the old VVT and access the system remotely over the Internet, then provide them with the Zonex ModCom. Everything we've discussed about the Zonex Gen 2 is included on the ModCom, but now you and your customer can remotely review and monitor every stat and every zone in the system. You can make global or individual temperature changes, schedule every stat with up to 4 events per day, schedule and control generic loads, such as exhaust fans, pumps, or parking lot lights. You can observe the leaving air and return air temperatures from the unit, the drop across the coil, the mode of operation, all of it at a glance. You'll get alerts when your stats are out of range. You can set vacation schedules, and we have a trending program for you to monitor precisely what's happening in the facility. All of this from an old VVT system, and all for the right price. In the last year, we provided the controls to upgrade 135 old VVT systems. Contractors tell us the installation was fast, simple, low cost, and trouble-free. Take a look at what this contractor has to say. In my 30-plus years of dealing with VAV and VVT systems, I would like to say that Zonex has hit the ball out of the park with this Gen 2 offering. Contact your distributor for additional information, or get a quick quote from Zonex in 1 hour or less, 7 days a week. Just tell us how many dampers are on the job, how many units are on the job, and we'll put a quote in your hands within an hour or less, 7 days a week. You can visit us at zonexcontrols.com for a quick quote. And if you want to discuss your applications or a specific job, contact Jeff at 800-228-2966. Thanks. We look forward to working with you and providing simple, low-cost retrofit options to upgrade your old VVT system.